Hello guys, it's me Rahul here bringing you guys another episode of the Madden 22 QB piece of the franchise. Today we are in game 12 of the one and only against the one and only LA Rams. And if you do enjoy this video, please be sure to drop a like and don't forget to subscribe. Now, in between episodes, I've been playing the games. Yes, it is not right to do that, but however, some of them have been scenarios and all sorts. Now, in this universe, they might have Matthew Stafford. I am not sure, but you know, it is what it is, and I just wish for the best. And you're gonna notice that the LA Rams, like back in the old school Rams, they used to have an old logo. It used to be the actual, it used to be a different color, like a very tannish gray and a blue, or a yellow and a blue, or a white and a blue. Now it's just yellow and blue for some very odd reason. The Jacksonville Jaguars are coming home going up against Jalen Ramsey, Aaron Donald, Von Miller, and we're starting off with a pick from like an interception. So like, I'm running the Jaguars playbook. Now you may be thinking, why are you running the Jaguars playbook? Because I'm part of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Personally, I think the best playbook is the Baltimore Ravens playbook and the Kansas City Chiefs playbook. Because, yeah, I was trying to get Philip Dorsett in this play, but obviously you can't in coaching, you would have to manually do it. But like, it's like very bad. And I didn't even know you can audible. I didn't even know you could do such a thing. So like, this series, I'll say thank you so much for this reception. I'm still focusing on the reception for the first couple episodes. So you guys have to understand that this series is not going away. I am still trying to figure out what I want to do with the series. Now, still doing my Chicago Bears franchise. I am thinking about doing another franchise after a certain amount of Super Bowls I win with this God tier team, and that is possibly the reason why I've actually stopped. I'll say this, I've stopped like playing as many games because I've realized it's not worth it. And we run the Wildcat right here on 3rd down and 18. And it was a great pass somehow to David Robinson. However, we get a field goal out of it. And this is the Wildcat playbook that I didn't even realize there was a Wildcat formation. So like, I could do a Wildcat, like what you call it, like a Wildcat challenge, although there are different kinds of Wildcats. Madden 20 had a Atlanta playbook where the wide receiver would play as the wildcat position, and those videos were really hard to make because, yeah, if you remember watching those videos, you would notice that I really struggled. And struggling against Von Miller and the boys, I got sacked again. And we're gonna cut forward to when they got a safety and a field goal. So I just threw a massive dart to one of my wide receivers for a touchdown. So you're gonna realize that I'm not playing divisional games. I am not doing any of that because of the simple fact that I have realized that's not very important in any series. Personally for me, I like a series when it's like very good. Not like this when it's like Madden and when it's freaking Madden. Excuse me. I don't like the fact that when it's Madden and when Madden ruins the fun of the game. However, on the other hand, I have realized that this series can take a life of its own. And I threw back-to-back interceptions. Yep, that happened. And apparently, the Washington football team are doing really well. So, hey, if I was actually drafted by the Washington football team, I would replace Taylor Heineke, which would be very awkward. Because the Washington football team is in a very, like, top, in a very weird spot, let me put it at that. And we have Bazooka on. Bazooka is what, like, because I only chose Bazooka because of Hot Route Master. And there's many different archetypes you can have. And the purpose of the archetypes help you as quarterback. Now, I could choose any archetype. And I'm actually playing on all pro difficulty. But the issue I have is, here's what I have an issue with. I always throw a lot of interceptions, and I always throw a lot of illegal forward passes, which in the NFL now it's 5 yards. It's a penalty of 5 yards, but it's a loss of a down. And well, not but, and it's a loss of a down. So like, yeah, and our offensive line is terrible because yeah, it's just terrible. And so like, the issue is with this team is that there are not many known players other than my controller disconnecting. Yeah, good player. Also, another thing which I have realized is the other issue is that, first of all, there are not many known players, but second of all, the offensive line is terrible. So like if you were to do a certain franchise, then it would be very, like, with the Jacksonville Jaguars, you have Miles Jack and Josh Allen and those players. It's just like, it's very awkward when you have to face reality that your team is terrible. And I had to go into certain scenarios. I will confess this right now. I had to go through certain scenarios where I didn't even realize were even possible or anything. I would rage quit in once, where I was up against the Titans. I was losing, and then I realized I had to win. The issue was with that game is that I could not understand why I was even there. The issue with the series, and I think you're gonna realize, is that I can't upload a lot of games. I have to upload games where it logically makes sense. And there isn't a scenario. Also, throwing picks is one of them where it makes it enjoyable. We're kind of in a close game right now against the LA Rams, which I did not expect. And somehow our X Factor is activated. And yes, this happened. Where my Xbox decided to shut down, and because it was overheating and it reset that entire sequence. So you're witnessing this for yourself. It reset the entire sequence, and I'm back at the same position, but with a completely different thing, because now it didn't count the Jalen Ramsey interception, so he has one. Technically he should have two, but because of the Xbox shutdown due to overheating, yeah, he has one, and then Travis Etienne Jr. got a rushing touchdown. So, for the LA Rams, this is totally unfair. But at the end of the day, it is what it is, and I just be throwing darts. Somehow, in some way, I still have 3 interceptions. I don't have 4 because of the Xbox shutdown due to overheating. Like I said, if you want these videos uncut, okay, these are 6-minute quarters, and I could do 10-minute quarters, and I'm not gonna do that. That's for the Chicago Bears franchise. Now, I will state this. The Chicago Bears franchise, like I said, will be ending depending on how many Super Bowls I want. Now, I wanted 7, but I would have to win 6 in a row. And the Chicago Bears franchise takes a lot of my time. And stuff like this happens, it makes me emotionally drained, mentally drained. And you have to understand, this series means a lot. It means so much to me. It's, however, the fact that I want this series to work and every other series to work. However, depending on how many people watch a certain series, I cannot understand why or how much pain I have went through based off of that. So even at the end of the day, if you guys still enjoy the videos, Thank you so much. It is just that from here on out, okay, like I've said this many times, I'll do what works best for me and whatever series works. So, Brawl Stars, I play that on my phone, it's not gonna come back. Bowmasters, that is not gonna come back. Any series that I once did is not gonna come back. Now, YouTube Academy has had a reboot, so that series is not even possible to be even reactivated. I could, like, do, like, album reviews or something like that. Something like that, I don't even know, but, like, that would actually be pretty fun, you know, doing album reviews. Something new, fresh, TikToks or TikTok reviews. You know, I want to try to be fresh. And I want to do fresh, new things. If you guys have any ideas, that could include Madden, NHL, NBA 2K, or any other video games that I will make sure you guys are left down in the description down below. Leave it, not in the description down below, but leave a comment down below, so that way I notice and I, like, make videos for you guys, and not getting picks. And let me just say, this is possibly the worst game I've ever had as a Madden player. Don't get me wrong, Joe McIntyre, the Chicago Bears franchise, I will admit that franchise is pretty terrible in and in itself because of how many picks I've thrown. The first season, I had to check the stats. I threw over 700 passing yards. So, not only I eclipsed the 5,000 mark, I eclipsed the 6,000 and then 7,000. So, I'm the only player to have 7,000 yards in a single season. I didn't even have 6,000. So, I threw a lot of picks. And if you saw the series in season 1, you would know that in episode 1 I did that. Now, a lot of other episodes, I will admit that the series has gone into the water. Like, this series, like, the Chicago Bears franchise, and that cool pass, by the way, the David Robinson first receiving touchdown. This series has, it's not gonna go to dog water, including the, Chicago Bears franchise, okay? Now, I will say, I will do a regular franchise, I just don't know how or when I could do that, and I just need to think about what series I could do. Well, not what series, what kind of series. And I've been thinking about doing a coach career similar to a YouTuber named Karen Crow. I have thought of I've thought of many different series that I don't even think of. I've just watched YouTubers and that is it. I've thought of, like, playing NCAA 14. That's a series I've always wanted to play ever since I was young. back when I was in the 6th grade or even 7th grade, because like playing as college football teams with updated rosters is such a cool thing, including to be able to add customizable like teams rosters into the league like as a mod, so like you could like add a lot to that game. The thing is, what I will say is that if I ever do a series, I'll make sure that I do a Nebraska Cornhuskers dynasty, and I will make sure I do a Nebraska Cornhuskers RTG, and then I'll make sure that I will follow that through. I will put that player into Madden, essentially, because now if it's a player, if I do something different like a player from Canada, I will do that. That will be interesting. And yeah, so here we are, 30-22. We are just trying to chew clock, but as you know, I want to get my stats up, as you know. And by the way, Trevor Lawrence is not on the roster. Gardner Minshew is, and I threw an absolute dot to one of the wide receivers who caught that. And whenever I do these games, whenever I pre-record, that is right, I pre-record, I always like am amazed on what I've done. And David Robinson gets the touchdown. So his first rushing touchdown of the game. Now, if you saw Liam Crow in the first 2 seasons of the Chicago Bears franchise, you would know that I personally, how would you call it? I tried to get him MVP after Joe McIntyre got MVP, but it is what it is. I like it. And as you see, I got my 50th career passing touchdown in just 11 games. And so I'm just going to run out the clock like a man would. Like, don't run up the clock. And so, yeah, guys, that's game. Sean McVay is really mad, but, as a rookie, if you defeat one of the top tier teams, and obviously, I do not know. Oh, Matthew Stafford is injured. Okay. Anyway, a photo is being taken. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching. Y'all are legends in my book, as well as for me. I will see y'all in the next one. Take it easy, and peace.